The evidence in this case, we believe, will show that O.J. Simpson is an innocent man.
It was hailed as the trial of the century. The murder trial and eventual acquittal of American footballer O.J. Simpson back in 1995 has become a landmark in US media history. The first time Americans were able to watch every part of a trial live on television. The 133 days of testimony straight from the courtroom created an unprecedented media circus, as Frank Sesno, a CNN anchor at the time, remembers.
If there hadn't been cameras in the O.J. Simpson trial, it would have, I think, had a tenth of the impact that it had. First of all, there would have been no 24/7 television coverage. You can't have television without pictures. If there hadn't been 24/7 television coverage, it wouldn't have become the sort of icon of its day.
10 years later, the advent of the internet meant that fans and detractors of singer Michael Jackson were just as engaged when, in 2005, he went to court on charges of conspiracy to commit child abduction, false imprisonment and extortion. That was in spite of the fact that the judge banned cameras from the courtroom and lawyers were prohibited, under a gag order, from talking to the media at all. But what weren't around at the time of the Michael Jackson trial were web pages like these: Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, social media sites where anyone can discuss their thoughts on an ongoing trial and potentially even live tweet the proceedings.
You have the same thing as O.J., right?
Frank Sesno thinks that makes a big difference.
If the O.J. Simpson trial with cameras in the courtroom was a 3-ring circus, if there had been social media, Twitter and Facebook, it would have been a 300-ring circus. Now it's not a spectator sport, it's a participant sport. Everybody can play. Everybody can sound off. Everybody can comment in real time about what they've heard. And I do think that what social media allow is this sense of, I'm part of the jury too. Let me tell you what I think.
But that feeling of power through social media has also proven a problem in some US courts, says media lawyer Adriana Rodriguez, when certain jurors decide to blog or tweet their thoughts on a case in a way that could undermine the justice system.
The problem is when they do that, they create a following, just like you create a following when you post your opinion about anything. And so it starts further developing your opinion in a way that is outside of the proceeding and in a way that's outside of, the rules of evidence and the way that all the protections that have been put in place to ensure a fair trial.
There'll be no jury in the courtroom when Oscar Pistorius takes to the witness stand, but thanks to the legacy of trials like those of MJ and OJ, there will be a worldwide jury waiting and watching online, ready to dissect the superstars' every move and cast their vote in a reality show with which they feel intimately involved. Lorna Shattuck, Washington.
Know more. ENCA.com